Good day and welcome to another interesting day on Obidati Family TV. This is Diaspora Diaries and my name is P. Catch. With me in the studio is my co-host.
My name is Ife Grace and you're welcome to Diaspora Diaries.
Yes, Diaspora Diaries is a program where we get to interact with Nigerians in the diaspora and we get to find out exactly what they are doing concerning the upcoming elections. Of course, these Nigerians are obedient and they want a better Nigeria. Talking about Nigerians in the diaspora, we have joining us all the way from Cardiff, yes, Wales, in the UK, Mr. Isaac Inyang. Hello, Mr. Isaac. Hello, Mr. Isaac. Are you muted? Okay, Mr. Isaac is going to be joining us very soon. But let's just talk about the upcoming elections. We have less than 14 days to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 14 days to go to the elections. How are you feeling about this whole thing?
Firstly, I feel excited.
Okay.
And secondly, I'm worried.
Worried? Why
Yeah,
would you say worried?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to give that negative. I don't have that negative thought. Or
No,
idea.
there's no room for that. No. I will not have that.
Right. So I just need to keep my hopes high. That's all.
Exactly. We know that the Niger system can be very, very discouraging,
Yeah.
but we know that a new Nigeria is possible and the new Nigeria is coming with Mr. Peter Obi. All right, we have Mr. Isaac Inyang back. He's a business development manager and he is just joining us all the way from UK. Hello, Mr. Isaac. I'm good. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible
So
enough.
tell me, how is Cardiff, Wales this afternoon?
Oh, well, Cardiff, it's a good weather. I wouldn't say it's great, but the weather is quite good today. It's not sunny. It was quite sunny yesterday, which I would classify as good weather. But today is just a bit a bit cold, actually, not as cold as last week, but yeah, it's getting warmer now and beautiful weather, nice city, lovely people, very friendly. Yes, so it's
Interesting.
good generally.
All right. Let's just get right into it. You are a member of the Violence Space on Twitter. You are also a member of the Take Back Niger group. I want you to tell me, what is the community of obedience in the UK like?
Well, thank you for that question. So the UK community of diasporans that actually support Peter Obi, I would say it's growing, right? We're not there yet because you know how the system works here. People are quite engaged in their various activities and work and all of that. However, it's quite active online. So Obedience are really taking advantage of the virtual platforms that we have to communicate and collaborate. So we actually, have more of Zoom meetings like we're having now. We also have like Google Meet. We do a lot of Facebook. I'm sorry, we do a lot of WhatsApp calls and chats, and also we connect a lot on Twitter Spaces and most of the social media platforms out there. So the community is growing, like we all know. The diaspora, Peter Obi just, started he just broke out of PDP in May last year. So it's quite new. A lot of people are coming on board and it's increasing every day. So we're getting stronger. Yeah, the community, like I said, it's a bit tough to actually have physical meetings, but I would say that the Africans are taking, huge advantage of the online platforms to be able to connect and collaborate. So the movement is growing generally, and I'm really glad to be part of it.
Interesting. From your own point of view, what is the group that you belong to, or Nigerians in the diaspora, what are they doing to ensure that Mr. Peter B and Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed emerges the winner of these elections?
So, there are a lot that the diaspora are actually, doing currently in terms of moral support, in terms of financial support, in terms of influencing their wards or their family back home. The diaspora generally in Nigeria, in the context of Nigeria, you know, plays a huge, huge role. And you can't take away that factor out of the politics that we have today. The first thing is that our principal, Peter Obi, has taken a lot of time to traverse a lot of countries. I mean, I saw him in the UK on the 16th of January. We had at Chatham House and also at the dinner. So that's just his latest visit. But before now, he had been going from countries to countries. I know he had been in Germany, he had been in the UK several times. He had been to the US, different cities in the US, trying to garner the support of diasporans. And now the diasporans, because we're getting close to the election, have actually been able to identify how strong their influence is on people, and they are now starting to turn the tide, to be able to channel that influence to to get people to be involved in the movement, especially those who are mostly on the fence. So the amount of money that the diaspora inject into the Nigerian economy runs into tens of billions, and they actually send these monies to human beings, and their families back home. So they're actually taking great advantage. Like me personally, I call a lot of people online. I'm sorry. I make a lot of phone calls, to the people who I have very close contact with, my family, my friends, and even my colleagues where I worked while I was in Nigeria. I'm in constant contact with them, trying to keep up and understand what's happening on ground. And for those who are not fully obedient, I try to convince them, and I'm sure that's what a lot of diasporans are. That's the method that a lot of diasporans are employing currently to be able to change the tide. Now, talking about the monetary aspect of the whole campaign, the diasporan funds, it's enormous, and it's a very huge part of this movement, because we in the diaspora tend to actually fund a lot of projects. I know in the Palm Down group that I actually am active in the group, we have people, because we're mostly in diaspora, like 90% of us are in the diaspora. So we've got people even in the group. We have the group project that we actually execute, initiate and execute the group project. And we also have individuals in the group who actually fund their own personal projects. So we've got a member who has taken it upon himself to fund projects in about 5 local governments in Kano State. So he actually does that as his, mini project that he's running. And then, and you see there's a multiplier effect, because a lot of other groups are doing similar things. So in terms of funding, different projects, in terms of ideas, in terms of giving people the inspiration and trying to influence them, the diaspora community is playing a very pivotal role in this election, and we really can't, take them away from the equation. So I feel the role diaspora is playing is quite important, and a very big one at that in the movement.
Okay. You've mentioned a couple of things that the diasporas are doing that would translate to a significant of votes, because that's what we're about here. will translate to votes on election day?
Well, the thing is, as much people in the diaspora, they have a lot of influence over people in Nigeria. Strongly that, because I've talked to several people that were not obedient, but because of my stance, because they know how, I they know the impact that I have in their life. A lot of them actually have changed their minds, and they've also tried to convert people. Now, as much as we play a very huge role, it still boils down to the voter in the booth with his ballot paper and making that vital decision. So, yes, it's going to translate into votes because a lot of Nigerians are facing hardship at the moment. A lot of Nigerians are facing difficult times. So, I believe strongly that, even with or without the diaspora influence, Nigerians are fed up. Nigerians are ready to make that decision to kick out, the PDP and APC who have ruled Nigeria for over 20 years.
Yeah, but he was saying some things
No,
about.
before then, he made something about like those in the UK not being physically active. Do you think, like, not being physically active, but they're physically active online? Do you think that's a push, or is there a force over this?
Okay, yeah, he talked about physical meetings.
Yeah.
Yes, and maybe because of their various engagements, but there is a platform for them to meet online, virtually. So I think if they can meet virtually. All right, we have Mr. Isaac back. It seems the network was kind of poor, and we lost you for a minute there. All right, but can you hear us now? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I
All
didn't
right,
get the
all
last
right.
question you asked me, sorry.
It was just the network issues that we had, and we lost you for a moment there.
All right.
So just beg you to complete what you were saying.
Okay, great. I don't know where you lost me, but I would just conclude my submission. So I was saying that, the country is going